And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Mike Prince Show. And our special guest on the line with us right now is head football coach of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, Coach Bubba McDowell. How you doing this week, Coach?
Pretty good, Mike. How you doing, sir?
Well, look, man, I'm feeling great. And let me say congratulations on the State Fair Classic win. But let me also say, sir, this was a very impressive look for the Panthers in a mighty long time under my watchful eyes. And man, you all just did everything, not everything right, but you did enough to stay in control and not let the hiccups slip you up.
Absolutely. And again, that's it's a good testament to these young men, hanging in there. And we hung in there to win the game. Like, it wasn't perfect. It was okay. It wasn't a perfect game for us. And I mean perfect, meaning we still went out there, made the mistakes and didn't close it out like we wanted to. But, we got to figure that out as coaches. Just got out of the meeting with them as well and just trying to get their ideas and thoughts, hey, what is it? Why are we not doing it? The same stuff. We always come in that second half, and then we just kind of get ahead of ourselves, or as if we already won the game. So we got to get these young men thinking, like, again, just finish out the quarters. To finish out the game, and take one quarter at a time. Our motto is just take one quarter at a time, and come out victorious. We had a chance to dominate the game. Again, we let them score. We were definitely looking for that goose egg. But, again, when you let down and you let teams do what they do instead of we doing what we're supposed to do, things like that happen.
Yes, sir. Now, I do have a question. I guess it would be of concern at the point of the game. It was third quarter, I want to say. No, it might have been the fourth quarter, but I know it's third and 6. You have control of the game, and at this time, you want to do the clock management and time management, get that clock melted down as fast as possible. And there was an option to pass. It was an incomplete pass, and the clock it stops instead of continuing to run. Was that a play that you were aware of, or did you just kind of let the OC do their thing?
Yeah, I was aware of it, but again, we just still got to execute. We have, our guys just got to go out and make plays. You know what I'm saying? And I think not at one point, even when the momentum kind of shifted a little bit, I still thought we was in control. And again, it was just basically us, settling these kids down, and finish the game. I knew what we were doing at that time, but again, we just got to make the play. It was there. We just got to make it.
Yes, sir. Now, it's no secret to the fact that you need offense, you need defense, but your special teams have been playing lights out from the start of this season, and yet got another touchdown this weekend. What's the secret sauce, man?
Secret sauce is Coach Fosselman. We call him here Coach Rock, because he came in, Coach, Mike, he said at the beginning, when I brought him back from Southern, he said, look, Coach, this is what I want to do. I want to be able to coach these guys up, and get them going. And I said, hey, you know what? This is what you want. I'm going to let you go ahead and have it, aside from the linebacker position. So, and he has been doing a hell of a job with these young men. And, and they're buying in. They're buying in. And that's the big thing, as we can teach, we can say a lot of different things, technique-wise, assignment-wise. But, again, these kids have to buy into it. They got to believe that what the coach is saying and teaching and telling them, is going to work as long as they do their job. And that's what he's been preaching. He's a hell of a coach. He's a guy that takes no nonsense with him. But at the same time, he's gonna love them up. Make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do, and this is why they're performing the way they performing. And I always say, Mike, when you got a coach like that, I don't care what level. When you got players that want to play for you, this is results you're going to get out of good plays. Hoping to have great plays. But we're still working on that phase as well.
Yes, sir. Now, Bubba, I didn't want to bring this up, but we almost have to bring it up right now because of obviously who the next opponent is. But it is never talking down or at anyone, but it's just presenting the facts for as they are. You inherit a team that won the West. You got some players that are still there, some have moved on, and it's time for you to inject your philosophy, your way of doing things. Was that a hard sell for some of these guys? And if so, how did you overcome that?
No, it wasn't. Kids know who I am. They know what I'm about. And when we started this transition, I told them, look, it's going to be some changes around here. You guys have to buy into it. And if you buy into it, we should be pretty darn successful with all the veterans that are coming back, And our biggest deal was, hey, they got to play together, man. We was all over the place, one group over here, one group over there, another group over there. And I'm like, guys, how are we gonna win games, with this talent that we have? If you guys don't play together, you got to be one unit, man. And I say one means special team, offense, defense. That's going to carry each other throughout the course of the year, as we take one game at a time. Because, again, there's going to be some ups and downs, on every unit. But it's going to take everybody to, rally together and, keep each other up, when the bad times happen, so it doesn't get bad enough to where, we can't win games. And, God, Mike, they've been doing a hell of a job at it, man. They've been buying into it. Man, I love the energy that they do out there on the field. They give on the field during practice, during the week, and during game time. Now I kind of let, as I told the coaches, let them go a little bit, But again, if they go too far, let's reel them back in, And I want them to understand that, hey, this is y'all team, man. You guys got to go out there and play. We're not out there playing. You guys are out there playing, so let's go out there play. Have fun doing it, and watch the success, because, again, if you're not having fun, you're thinking too much, you're not going to be successful, out there in the field.
Yes, sir. So if I'm interpreting you correctly, sir, you've more or less empowered these guys to buy into the fact this is your team, and for the most part, we're going to let you run it. We're just here for guidance and for instruction on how you can even reach more success as a unit.
Absolutely. I mean, and I give you a prime example. Shoot, just like, during the course of, the weekend, we had normally have our little team meeting at 9:00 after we do special teams and special team and offensive and defensive meeting. So 9:00 comes around, and I usually give my speech, and we used to watch something, motivative, and to kind of watch to get these kids motivated, thinking about, hey, this is what you gotta take to bed, and bring it to the next day for game day, and then we was all coming in, from offense and defense. They came over to defensive meeting room, and man, they were just up. They was fired up, and I'm just standing there listening, looking at them. So okay, they pretty fired up. As I stood up, they were like, no speeches. No, we ready to go, Coach.
Don't break the vibe, Coach. Don't break the vibe, man.
All right, man. I said, you know what? I'm going to take this, and, hey, you guys get out of it. Oh, my God. They just erupted, man. I'm thinking to myself, when they did, I'm saying, yes, this is what I'm looking for right here. And then
yes, sir.
Then the game time came, Mike. I didn't even say it much. I said a couple of things, then I brought in a couple of former players. DeWanya Tucker talked to him at the first half before we went out on the field. I said, Tucker, do me a favor, man. Say something to the guys like that, And then Reggie Stubblefield said something to him at halftime, going back into third and fourth quarter.
Okay, very good, man. That's good to see that involvement keep trickling on down the line, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. And speaking of the gift that keeps on giving, your defense has been lights out, Bub. I mean, aggressive, doing all the things to be executed at the right time. I'm going to say 85 to 90% of the time, because we still got room for improvement, right? But all this is under the leadership of Todd Middleton. And what have you said to this man to release the hounds that he's been doing?
Now, I told him to call his defense. I thought he's always been a guy he's very smart. Like I said, very smart coach, very smart defensive guy, making calls at the right time, and I just told him, to do what you do, man. Again, we're not, because with me, let me just put it away. With me, he know that, hey, you know what, don't give him a whole lot. Again, just call what we do. Match it up to what make a call and match it up to what we do. And we play fast, we play aggressive, and just call a play to where they can just go and not even think. And he's been doing an excellent job with that, man. And again, go back to players want to play for him. They trust what he's calling, and they got to go out and execute it. And and as long as they keep doing that, he's gonna continue to give them things that they can use to go make plays. And as I tell them all the time, dude, is you want to get to the next level, it's all about making plays out on the field.
Yes, sir. And the plays they have been making. Now, Bub, I don't have to tell you the opponent coming in town this week, a big win against Pine Bluff. I think it was a statement game. But we know football is a very emotional game. And I'm asking not only for the players, but I'm going to even ask for your coaching staff. How challenging is it for the guys to keep their emotions in check? For Southern, who will be coming in this week, some players, there's been a transfer of a popular player, and then you going up against your old boss. You got some familiarities with them. How challenging has this week been?
I think it's going to be pretty challenging, but again, I think as a coaching staff, as I told them in staff meeting this morning, it's a big week, and it's a big week because it's the next game. We got to make sure that these guys are, still doing what they do. Again, focusing wise, on the football field and in the classroom. I said, God, I want to say this game is no bigger than the next game, but I said, well, I would be lying, because as coaches, we know it is, and I say that because, again, the players know it is. This is a game they've been looking forward to, but as I told them, I said, we got to keep these guys focused, continue to do what we do, and let's go out and play good football. I said, think about it, we have yet, as good as we've been playing, have yet to put 4 good quarters together. And I said, what better time to do it, than this week. They're going to be hyped. They're going to be ready to go. Let's keep them focused on the task at hand. Again, that is to win this game first and foremost.
Yes, sir. Now, we know that you know what Dooley likes to run. So as you make your preparations for this week's battle, what are going to be some of the keys of success for Panthers to come out with a 4-0 start in conference play? Nothing different. We know what Dooley's about. He know what we're about. And again, I just chalk it up to whoever goes out, plays the best football, and makes the least mistake is going to win this game. We know that he likes to throw the ball. We know he likes to run the ball as well, and they can do that as well as us, and it's we're gonna see who's gonna be the better team out there, see who's gonna be able to stop who, on giving downs, and keep each other out of the end zone, And our goal is to get in the end zone as often as possible. Do we have the guys to match up against Southern? Absolutely. But now again, the matching is just one task. Now they got to go out and and perform and do their job, on that football field. And if we do that, I think we'll be fine. And again, that's all units, special team, offense, and defense. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we know it's going to be another monumental task in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. It's not and bye week, when you go up with these guys in this conference, that's the level of play and the parity to some degree. But when you look at everything on that purple and gold side, you like what you're coming into the game with. And with that being said, it's an important game, not only because it's the next game, but this game helps position you in the Western Division. And I know you don't get ahead of any opponents. What's the message you're telling yourself as a coach to help lead that team out there on the field this weekend?
No, for me personally, it's just going out, doing what we do at practice all week long. Again, and I keep telling them, I said, dude, how good do you guys want to be? We go back, we watch film, and we make the corrections, and then I'll take it out there, like tonight, and then remind them, like, hey, we left some things out there. Let's try to, get this team, this unit, all the units, which would collaborate to a team, and play our best football, But again, it has to start out there on the field tonight, with the running, the corrections, and all that, and I harp on it all day, every day, about just being the best that they can be out there on the football field. Because Mike, and again, as I said earlier, we have yet to peak, and do everything do everything right for 4 quarters. Can we do everything right for 4 quarters? Probably not, but I believe we can do 85-90% of that, the right thing. I mean, we're gonna be pretty darn dominant, And again, I think a lot of it too is, talking to some guys, after the game, about us putting it together for 4 quarters. And, one made a comment about, yeah, that's good, but, you guys might be just kind of peaking at the right time. You don't want to peak too early. I said, yeah, I guess you can look at it that way. So I'm hoping that, again, that we get better than the 80% that we put on the field last week, because I always have coaches, grade their unit and grade-wise, like I said, we all tally that up, probably at a good 80% as a unit, as a team. So we got to get better. We got to get that 85-90% percentile going to where we can be pretty dominant. Because if we do that, Mike, I'm telling you, man, we can score a lot more points than we have been scoring offensively and defensively. I think that goose egg is coming real soon.
Okay, well, you led right into my final question for this week, sir. It's time for your letter grades of your units.
Yeah, I would say special team, I would definitely give them a B+. And I say only because, the field goal, we missed the field goal. And again, just him not following through on it. But I think, overall, they doing a heck of a job out there, special team-wise. So I definitely give them a B+. Offense, I would say right at a C. We left some things out there. Again, it's about players making plays. As I told them, you got to be that dude that wants to make plays. When it's your opportunity to make it, we have to make it. Defensively, I would give us a B. We left some things out there again. Had them stacked in the backfield several times. And again, we just, we missed tackles, so we got to get better with the tackling. And once we do that, which I think we will, we're gonna be up in the high grade area. But right now, I would definitely give us a B+, and I think a lot of that has to do with that D line, the way that they're playing right now.
Okay, sounds good, sir. The Panthers getting ready for the Southern Jaguars. It should be a very exciting and competitive game. Don't forget you can listen live to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'll be there with Andre Davis and myself to give you the play-by-play coverage. Coach, I thank you, and I want to give you some closing thoughts and comments, sir, and the floor is now yours.
All right. I want to first of all thank PV Nation for coming out, man, and showing up. Boy, I tell you, it was really good looking up in the stand and seeing all that purple and gray and gold up there, man. It was really, really nice to see. I know the players saw that as well, and I think that I know that had a lot to do with these young men coming out playing as hard as they did that first half, man. So again, we appreciate the support. Keep coming out supporting the team. Rooting these young men off to a victory. Like I said, whether you guys believe it or not, it helps big time when we have crowds like that.
Okay, PV Nation, you heard it. Come out and let's feel the seats and feel everything. Let's make it another homecoming event. We know that Southern's going to travel well. Let's not have Southern turn this into a home away from home game. So that's my plea to PV Nation, and I'm pretty sure you agree with that too, right, Coach?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. He is Coach Bubba McDowell, head football coach of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.